Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Minecraft series. I'm Jake Kelton, and good to have you with us. We're back at the village where we ended last time in creative mode. That's why I'm flying. We're flying. You know, it's okay. As I said, if you haven't seen episode 1, watch episode 1. This is a Let's Build series, so we're going to be bouncing back and forth between creative and survival. Survival when it's us adventuring, and creative when we want to do things like rebuild towns, build entire mountains, all sorts of crazy cool stuff. So, let me talk over what I did at the end of the last episode. And I know I don't want to cut out a ton of stuff, but some of the more boring landscapey stuff I may cut out. Let me know if you hate that, if you want me to show that too, and I'll try to explain real briefly what it is that I do. So, huge shout out to Fwip, who is my inspiration for a lot of this sort of stuff on building these really, really beautiful rivers that I wanted to come through here. We'll probably clean up some of this dirt and add some more gravel, but we use some gravel, stone, and then a lot of some of the mud blocks that we got here yet. I know we haven't discovered them as our own adventure. That's okay, but there'd be mud at the bottom of rivers, and this is all stony in here. So when you add a bunch of these slabs and stone stairs through here, some of these are going to be kind of andesite stairs over here, it really just makes a gorgeous kind of riverbed for you to go through, and I think it's beautiful. And again, will we interact with it much? No, but man, does it add some really, really beauty to it. And then I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I got carried away. Okay, I got carried away. I was so inspired by this and the awesome little kind of walkway over here. I really want to decorate this up here, make this look really cool. Maybe we added some stone, smoothing of there, whatever. But I got inspired by this area where I wanted to put the docks for the village, for our Rillians, as they are, Rillan. Rillians, and this is a little copper barge that, you know how I said that we would be bringing in the copper ore, they would refine it here, and then they would ship it out to other locations, bigger cities where it would be sold to. So I was thinking maybe I even destroy it all, and then, that way we could actually build it together, but it's really simple. It's just a bunch of spruce trapdoors on the sides, and all it is supposed to be an extremely simple barge. These are the types of barges that don't really need a sail, because you would stand on it and with a really long pole or stick you would kind of push the barge along, and all you're doing is carrying your goods up and down the river. So I thought it was really neat to be kind of a mixture of some what is this called, exposed, what is this one? Weathered cover. There we go. Some weathering and not weathering, because they're not really concerned about trying to make it look really pretty. They're mostly concerned about just chipping it. You can always, scrub off the weathering once you get to wherever it is that you're going. That's not their main concern. So I don't love this here and how the sticks don't connect. We'll figure that out and mess with it another time. I may put this as a full block under here, so that way it'll kind of connect over. And I'm not in love with this up here either. It feels like the dock is a little on the shorter side, but I wanted to make sure there was room to get a boat around the outside here without it being too completely frozen over. So some of this will definitely get reworked as I rework our entryway into the village. But this is just kind of a beginner, and the whole area just looks way better split and divided from the icy area. Like, it looks like it's just right along there. We may put some snow over here or something, make that look cool. Really quick update over here. You can see I kind of was working on the river, but I didn't texture it or anything. It's just super plain water. What I will likely do is, instead of having this kind of cut through the middle there's a really interesting kind of series of caves over here that you can actually see that it almost connects up right over here. I was doing a little bit of work there. And so what would be interesting is if we kept these rocks really tall and had the river kind of dig its way through here, and it would almost become, you could even have a tunnel a little bit and have kind of the rocks make this natural arch over where the water had kind of dug underneath it. I don't know. Well, it'll make it look cool. We'll figure that out. But today we're going to be working on the village. I know I've been teasing, I haven't really meant to tease on it for this whole time, but I've accidentally been teasing a bunch of the builds that had just taken me way too long to get around to doing. So this one we're going to go ahead and work on today, because I'm dying to work on it. It's going to be super cool, in my opinion. If you think it's dumb, that's fine. There's no problem here. But over here, this house here, we're going to totally destroy. It is going to be the most important house of the entire village, because this is where our blacksmithery is going to be. And we actually should. Yes, these are fake diamond shovel and pick. I will not be taking these with me when I go back to survival. In case you were wondering, I guess I should show that really fast. Let me pop over here super quick. All of our goodies that we had from when we were survival are in this chest. I've dumped them all back in there. Nothing in our current inventory is, our creative inventory, if you will. We'll be going back with this. You can keep me honest about that, but I will showcase me dumping it all, and we'll go back into survival. But what I'm thinking is that over here, what would be really cool is I put a path over there, but that's fine. If we create this kind of, and I'm just going to kind of rough it out a little bit, path that kind of comes up and over the hill, and then maybe this way down here. And what it'll do is this will be our main path for how we get goods from walking. We don't necessarily have to always take the boat over here. And then let me take a quick gander. You know what? I think I might be doing this wrong. I was thinking about building a bridge over there, and I still think that'd be really cool. But if we could literally just follow the edge of the coast all the way up to there, and then we can build a bridge over here for some other important thing. So, and then if that goes over here, maybe bridge right across there, comes around here, bridge over there. You're kind of wrapping around this whole outside area. I think that may work. And it allows us to kind of come alongside this really cool ravine thing here. So let me just give a really roughing in of that so I can kind of keep an eye on it for later. Because I tend, as you can obviously tell if you've watched the series for any length of time, get very distracted and be like, ooh, check this out. Ooh, this thing here. This path would probably come up the more slopey side. Again, if you got carts, or for us, one of the things we're going to be doing is bringing our llamas up here. Because we totally legitimately got llamas. We did not murder a tradesman or anything. I don't know why you would think that. I guess I could do that and it'll turn back to grass later. And then we may end up doing a similar path, but it's going to be... Oh, that's cool. You could build a little bridge over there. Come over here, and that bridge will go over there. I am one who likes to have a lot of my worlds connected together, and I like to spend some really solid time on it. So that's just me. All right, villager in here. Oh, he's still in here, but he's stuck. I am sorry. I think you will like the fact that I'm gonna, clear this out. So let's take it all down. It's all going. You're gonna have to find another house and everything to live at for the moment, because we gotta clear this out. Oh, how did you become a armor or whatever it is from up here? That's wild. It is interesting. So I've been doing some poking around in my spare time, my free time, on some of the villager mechanics. And there's a bunch of really cool things that I want to kind of utilize if you don't know. So once a villager decides a house is the house that they want, like a bed, you probably know this, is that they kind of get stuck using that bed. Well, what's great is that means that you can set certain villagers up with certain jobs, and then also are able to give them beds on other areas of town. And what that means is that if you're really, really careful and take your time with it, you can have people leaving during the day, coming over and getting a job over here, and then going back to the bedroom over there. And it makes for a really cool atmosphere of people moving around the town. It's not that they like literally stay in their house the entire time, because that's just not nearly as exciting. Okay, so let's back up here and see about how we want to do this. I think I like the design that I came up with, where it's more going to start here. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of our inventory going with the actual things that we need. We're going to need, obviously, a furnace, which is going to be really important. And then we're going to need a whole bunch of observers. We're going to need some campfires. I already got rid of my bucket of water, but that's okay. I'll grab it back again. We're going to need a lot of dispensers. That's going to be important. And I think we're going to need some building blocks. So let's start with our andesite. and deep slate. And oh, there's our achievement for the deep slate. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, we didn't grab the most important thing. We need netherite. Yeah, so we're going to be going back and forth in here a whole bunch. But, okay, so if you're going to follow along with this, that's totally cool, and I hope that you enjoy. But it's going to be, should be an enjoyable adventure to follow along. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to get 2 dispensers and face them in. This is not necessarily an official tutorial because some of this is just going to be me, building as well. So don't, take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt. Okay, so 2 dispensers there, and then we need to add a furnace back here. Ugh, does that work? I think that works, yes. Then we're going to add ourselves a hopper, which is going to be important. We're going to be getting a lot of hoppers up in here. And let me go ahead, since we are in creative mode, we can keep it daytime so that way you guys can kind of follow along and see what it is we're doing. All right, so your hopper and 2 chests. And what you can kind of already tell a little bit is that we're creating a system for cooking things, but it should be a system unlike any you've ever seen. And we've already messed up. You've already messed up. We need the dispensers up here. Okay. And then I think it's something. There's all the dirt from having cleared out the areas over there. Get out of here. Okay, we'll come in and decorate this a bunch more later, but for right now, this should be a solid start. So what we can do is put a campfire under there, and that way we have some nice smoke going up. All right, cool. So this is going to be our main furnace that we're going to be working from for a lot of what we're doing here. So let's start by, we need to send all of our goodies that we actually get completed out this direction. And then we're sending in some goodies this direction. So let's go ahead and get that set up. Something along those lines. That's good enough. All right, let's fill in under here and grab ourselves a comparator. We're gonna thrust it this way. And I am not a redstone genius. So please, if you see something that is just completely insane and ridiculous design-wise, you are more than welcome to let me know in the comments below and be like, Jake, why on earth are you doing it like that? That makes absolutely no sense. So feel free to let me know that you think I'm totally insane. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna go observer, this way, and now we need a sticky piston, and it's gonna be facing that direction. And we need some slime. And we need another observer. Oh, did we? Yeah, we're doing that wrong. It needs to be facing up. No, I'm doing it right. Facing down. There we go. Okay. So it's going to go back and forth across this, sending out, signals. Where is it going to be sending the signals to? It's going to be sending the signals right to here. And we need some repeaters to go ahead and catch that signal. And one of these is going to be set to a full delay. Yes, like so. And then we have 2 observers that are... am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? I am not doing this right. Because I need those observers on... or not observers, I need those repeaters up one more. There we go. Now we can grab another observer, go down. Okay, so then this one up here, I believe this one goes straight into double check this, make sure I'm doing this right. Observer facing this direction, facing this direction, facing this. Yes. Yes, I think I'm doing this right. We'll find out in a second if I'm doing it wrong. And then we need to put a campfire here. I think I did mess it up because we need to come back down here and grab our dispensers. And then let's grab ourselves back our water bucket and our flint and steel. And we'll come in here and we'll make our flint and steel really strong. But I think that should be what we're looking for, hopefully. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and kind of block it off a little bit because the water can tend to kind of go everywhere a little bit. So we'll come in and decorate this up here in a bit. But the main thing we can do is, I don't know why. I'm sure super smart redstone people know why. I don't know why. But observers can send out their signal 3 wide. So you can actually set up your dispensers across like this. And you can get 3 of the same thing. Now, if I grab you and put you here, you don't have the bucket of water. Okay, well, let's go ahead and stick another bucket of water in there and grab ourselves another bucket of water and 2 more flint. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because what I can do, flint, and then place 2 more campfires there. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now, let's test out and see if I've built this properly according to the best of my knowledge. So we need a stick. Actually, we're going to grab a handful of sticks. And we need something really easy to cook. So we're going to cook some sand. So in here, we're going to go ahead and toss a stick and then a piece of sand. What that should do is it's going to send out a signal that should have, if I'm not mistaken, yes, there we go. Check that out. Okay, so what you're seeing here is when you are putting something in to be cooked, i.e. it's not about the cooking, it's about the furnace turning on. When the furnace turns on, so when I stick the stick in there, it lights all of these dispensers, activates all the dispensers with the flint and steel, and it turns on all the campfires. Then, after the signal ends and finishes being sent out, i.e. the stick burns out and doesn't have anything else, then all of the water dispensers get sent out and boom, boom, activate twice to turn it off so that way there's no more smoke. Now, let me build a little bit more and I'll explain the reasoning why we're doing all of this. So we have, this is going to kind of be our floor, if you will. Let me build this out a little bit here so that I can get some ideas as to how the floor is going to work. And yes, this is not decorated whatsoever. This right now, we're just looking for functionality. Sometimes that's the most important thing to start off with, is you're just looking to get things functional. So let's grab our chest back here. And as I suspected, we want 1 more of these here. There we go. And then I believe the way that I've got it working is that it's supposed to go here and here, but we'll fix that in a second. So this little signal back here is going to be sending another, I'm sure that there's a redstone name for it. I don't know the name, so I'm not even going to pretend like I could. I think does this. And then put the slime down here and get ourselves an observer facing down. And then we need to put some building blocks back here and here. Actually, I might be able to redstone repeater this way. Oh yeah, that would make it a lot smaller. I hadn't thought about that. Okay. And then Okay, this is where things get interesting. I gotta remember how to do this correctly. So this is gonna face this direction. Nope, that's incorrect. Yes, no, I was right. I was right. So one comes down here, and the signal gets sent like so. The other, stop jumping. I think that one's set to the fourth one, but I'm not positive. We'll find out here in a minute. And then, oh, no, that's right. It kind of goes out one more. I remember I cheated this. How was it that I cheated this before? I found a way to get this to do a right-hand turn. Because that's got to go that direction. Oh, that's right. You can, there we go. And then if you do that, does that do it? I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it tick. Oh, well, also, wait a minute. 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 Goes up. Okay, so that's ticking, but it's not actually activating. Oh my goodness, what is it that does that? I'm gonna figure this out. Don't you worry. I know someone's gonna be yelling at me in the comments, I'm sure. Hey, this is how you fix that. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Thunderstorm, we really don't need your mess right now. I know that I could just pull this whole thing out one more, but there was a way that I'm pretty sure I figured out. Yeah, see, that's not going to get a signal. It's not going to go in there. That will do it. But it's not super clean. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll come back here and clean it up a little bit later. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves another, I know, so many, bucket of water and flint and steel. Oh, did I just really do that? I was sitting there going, wait a minute, what am I doing? Why am I doing that? I believe the bucket of water goes on this side and the flint and steel on this side, but I could be mistaken. We'll find out here in a second. All right, now the way that this works is that if you're, let's say, well, go ahead and pull the sand out for now, and we'll grab our coal. We'll grab 64 stacks of coal in here, and then I want one more coal as well. So I'm gonna put the coal here. All right, 64 coal in there, and then if I put the coal here, that does is it should send out a signal. Nope, that was the wrong one. Haha. Okay. Grab. Whoa, interesting. Okay. Get back in the. Okay. Grab you. I guess I got them reversed potentially. Okay. Let's try this now. Yes, let's go ahead and get myself a blackstone smooth pressure plate, so that way the water stops running all over the place. And that is very, very slow signal, which I put the water bucket on the right-hand side. We'll get another villager. Sorry, buddy. You instantly got nuked. Let's see here. Water on that side. Okay. So coal in, fire, which is great. And then coal out. What sends the second signal that turns that off? Anything? Huh. Okay. So I probably got these wrong then. That one needs to be the delayed one. And that one needs to be lit. Okay. So if I put this in here, it should light it on fire. And then if I pull it out, there we go. Instantaneous. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Cool. All right. So now what we can do is go ahead and fill up a lot of this. Wow, this thunderstorm is going to just be nuts, isn't it? Did you literally light that rose on fire? Okay, then. Thunder. Thank you. Nice. Okay, so here's how this works. The way that the goal of it is that when this is a somewhat self-sustaining fireplace system, or not fireplace system, but smelting system. So if you come up to it and you see this here, you're like, oh, there's no fire in the forge. This is a problem. Without any fire in the forge, I'm unable to cook my stuff. What that means, well, technically speaking, you do actually have coal in the furnace. We're not worried about that. It just means you need more coal, whatever your resource is. No, don't put lava in this. So if you put some coal in, it'll light the forge back on fire. Cool. I'll make sure that you always have enough coal so that way you can keep on forging and forging what you're forging. All right. So then the next and last thing that we need to do is this train of dispensers over, or not dispensers, but hoppers over here. This little hopper line. It's gonna come out this way. I don't need that far, but that's okay. And then we need 2 dispensers, or no, droppers. We're doing a double dropper up. Wait a minute, I think I could even shortcut this a little bit more, can't I? Because those don't matter. I may still need to do this. Okay, I know I'm working, and I thought that I had it super figured out, and I do, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to actually change the design mid doing all of this, which is not the wisest of ideas. Okay, let's grab you, comparator, and the comparator is going to be out of the dropper. So when it sees that there is something in the dropper, it's going to send out a signal, and that signal is basically going to loop back in upon itself. And that's why we're going to have a little bit of redstone coming back in to send out the signal. Hey, we've got goodies here. So now if I toss a piece of stone in there, or a piece of dirt, not a piece of dirt. Okay, actually, let's do there. Dirt in. Okay. Okay. What am I doing wrong here then? So it's, oh, you know what? I bet I know why. Because I put the repeater over there, it wasn't strong enough. What did I just do that for? Okay. And then, yep, goes all the way up. Perfect. So now we can put 2 chests right here and here. Get ourselves a little bit more building blocks. Put some building blocks over top of all of this. And then in theory, though I've not had 100% success rate on this, so if you don't want to build it, feel free. I've had a lot of success with it, but not necessarily 100%. Okay, so let me show you how all of this goes down. So the forge is on. We've got some, there's nothing smoking. What that lack of smoking means, and we can decorate this whole chimney up here, and I will, don't worry, I'm going to decorate it and make it look super cool. But for right now, we're just looking at the redstone here. The redstone is, you've got this chimney up here. Nothing, there's no smoke coming off of that chimney. So even if you're, way over here, and you're headed back into town, you're like, oh, no smoke? That means everything that might have been cooking in there is done cooking. So let's get up here, grab ourselves some sand, and let's go ahead and toss our sand into the fire so that way we can enjoy ourselves some awesome... I'll explain that in a second. So we can enjoy ourselves some awesome glass. Okay, so now the smoke's cooking. So now you can see, hey, that glass is cooking away. There's something in the forge that's cooking. However, what you just saw was we now are out of coal. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves another piece of coal and toss our coal back into there. Start the forge back on fire. There we go. We got to make sure that we always have enough coal in the forge to going. So the glass will cook down. Once the glass finishes cooking, it'll see, oh, there's nothing else to cook. The fire, the furnace that you see down there will turn off. It doesn't really matter too much. What matters is the smoke at the top of the blacksmith's chimney is going to go out because there's nothing else cooking away. It's all going to be finished cooking. And then, let's go ahead and skip day again, or skip night once more. We can probably go ahead because it's only one glass. Coal takes the longest to cook, obviously, because it's the... or not the longest, it's not like lava, but it takes for a minute for it to cook. The glass will finish cooking, will come over here and get popped up into here. Boom. So this is where you can get your all of your goodies afterwards. So why is all of this here? Well, number one, it's super cool to be able to have your forge kind of work. There he is. So now everything in your forge is finished cooking. The chimney goes off. Your forge is done. And so the point for all of this is it's a semi-automatic, not actually automatic, but semi-automatic forge, and that you put all of your coal into here. It goes in. Then you can toss anything that you want to cook up into here. And so let's go ahead and toss another piece of sand in there. Why not? And then once your forge finishes cooking everything, it'll get placed over here into this chest. And it will just kind of automatically flow through the whole system, feeding into your inventory everything that you're wanting to get. So there we go. Got ourselves another glass, which is fantastic. So now the next thing is that we are going to decorate all of the awesomeness. I don't want to double click clear the whole inventory because I actually want to keep the diamond and shovel. If you don't know, if you're playing a lot in creative, it's actually way faster to give yourself an efficiency 5 pick and shovel, and even a beacon when clearing large areas, like doing a large amount of terraforming. It's so much faster than sitting there and just even holding your mouse. Versus, we're doing to have a beacon. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta swap over to survival mode. There you go. Like, it's you know, the instantaneous. You put a beacon down, and this thing just goes ham. It is so much better for it. So, even if you play in creative, and are doing large terraforming projects, just swap over to survival with an efficiency 5, shovel and pickaxe, maybe even a fancy beacon, and that'll make your life way easier for clearing projects. Okay, cool. So let's do a very quick little bit. We don't have a ton of time left. Very quick little bit of decoration in here because I've got some cool ideas. And when we come back, I'll probably have some more. I always end up hitting my caps lock whenever I'm doing this. It's so weird. Block of coal. We need black stone. Black stone. And we're giving ourselves all of these recipes. That's fine. We won't know them as our survival self. That's okay. I want the blackstone cracked tile, and we'll grab some of this as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a. You know what? We're gonna change things up already. Let me put a deep slate and this here just so they're easy to grab. That's another small trick. If you do a lot of building of different things, you can toss whatever thing it is off to the side, and you can grab it later, and it makes life a bit easier for yourself. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and grab this, destroy that, put this down here, and put it back. Cool. That's to make sure the water doesn't leak out. I think I showed you that earlier. So now it just looks like a black forge, and all of the smoke and nastiness that collects in this area. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, we can put something up here. I'm gonna put this guy here. So that way there is some darkness way up there through the smoke that you can't really see much of. But it just looks like it's very well used. And then, we need to actually close the rest of the way in. There we go. Now there's no more weird daylight that's gonna come through there like that. So, cool. What I wanted to do earlier is actually destroy you. Oh, we're gonna destroy both. That's fine. And put a block of coal in the corner. And then, can I do buttons to look like it's coal that's piled up in the corner that's now spreading around? Actually, I also had this really cool idea when I was doing some of the building. If you do it like that, now it looks like coal's kind of all over the place and is collected all over here, which is really nice. Do we have just plain blackstone tile? We've got the slabs, which is good enough. Okay. And then some deep slate, but we want to use the dark deep slate tiles. They are slightly darker than, well, I didn't mean to do that. Problem though. So you're kind of gradating it out. You start with your really darks and then you work your way out a little bit more. So we could put another one. That'd be kind of cool, I think. And then we could even blackstone polished stairs. Can I? I think that looks even better. Looks like there's that chimney that kind of goes up there. Okay. Okay. And then I know that's very, very flat. It's very boring at the moment. That's okay, because we can always decorate it up a bunch later. And that's kind of the whole point, is that if you work with your base building blocks and then kind of expand from there, it makes your life a little bit easier in trying to deal with, oh my gosh, there's so many blocks all over the place. What am I supposed to do? Another thing that you can do if you get your inventory kind of a mess because you've got so many building blocks all over the place, in creative mode, this is only a creative mode suggestion, is go ahead and swap over to using a lot of slabs, because slabs basically do the exact same thing as a full block. So you don't even have to worry about using full blocks of whatever the slab becomes, because you're going to have it already. You know, it's super, super simple. Okay, let's do more. I want this to just be very, very dark and dirty. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was looking for. Because as a blacksmith's forge, it's going to be a pretty big mess most of the time. And then we can do deep slate, but we have some cracked deep slate tile bricks, which are really cool. And do we have... no, that's going to be it for the... Oh, yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, these cracked deep slate tile bricks, too. Oh. Oh, I guess we should put one down there just in case the little zombie kid shows up. So let's put one there. Okay. And... okay, so this is a great start to our little forge area. There's a lot more expanding and decorating. Like, obviously, that's not going to work. But you come in here and add some deep slate. I think the ones that I liked the most was a variation of deep slate tiles. And then you can come in like so. Stop. And now we're going to start working on our roof and spread that out a little bit. Just put one of these here. There we go. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed that. It's not a tutorial, but maybe it'll give you some inspiration for things that you can do in your world to have a moving, functioning little fireplace. So, you know, again, this is something that we're going to use when we're in our survival mode, but for right now, because we are not in survival, we're just having a little bit of fun with it. So let's get another piece of sand and another piece of coal, just to make sure that we have enough coal for the forge. And toss in a piece of sand. I love this. You're like, oh, I'm actually gonna toss it in. I did try to. That's weird. Oh, you know what? It's because I closed it off, didn't I? Okay. We need to then blackstone stairs. So if you didn't know, but you probably do, so you know, feel free to ignore me. Is that blackstone stairs? You can do all sorts of crazy stuff with them, and still build a chest. Like, look at that! Look at that! It clearly is 2 down, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze. All right, that's not gonna work. There we go. Okay. Now I should be able to do like so. Nice. See how it kind of creates a solid block all the way around the back of it? And you can still open the chest. How crazy is that? That's just wild, man. Just wild. It's so cool. Okay, so, and then you come in here and you're like, all right, we got to toss something into the forge. Let's cook this up. I did consider playing around with making it even more automated, in the sense that you actually have a hopper and you physically come up to the forge and throw an object into the forge to then set it to cook. But I thought that the amount of time that it was going to take to sit there and throw everything into the forge was just, even, you know, I think you can hold stacks of things and spit them out, but it just wasn't going to be nearly as immersive than if you came up and were like, all right, I'm setting into the forge all of these things to kind of cook up. So yeah, cool stuff. Gonna decorate it up, but seems like a really cool start to our Black Forge. And maybe we'll do some more. I'll do some decorations between this one and the next one, and then we'll do even more decorating and actually build a little home to go with the blacksmith's house in the next episode. Have a great one, everyone. Thank you for coming out, and bye.